Okay, here's a super quick video, basically on my favorite way to nail white balance in camera, using the waveform monitor, and specifically the RGB Parade. Now, if you have a camera like a Canon Cinema-Line camera, like a C200, C300, etc., they have a waveform monitor already built in as an overlay, which is super easy, that's great. But if you don't, and you're shooting on like a Sony like me, you'll need something like a small HD, which has your waveforms, like your RGB Parade. Anyway, let's get straight into it. Let's have a look. All right, so I want to use Premiere first to quickly demonstrate which scope I want to use. So basically the idea here is the outer two channels, the red and blue, is the temperature, and the inner is obviously then for green and magenta. So here I have the RGB Parade open next to my other favorite, the Vector Scope. And the Vector Scope is how I color balance my shots in Premiere, but the RGB Parade is, for me, more suitable. You know, it's a more suitable gauge for the field. For me, it's way easier to see what's going on when filming. So if I start off with an off-white color, like this light blue solid here, and then let's try and use the RGB Parade with the Lumetri, and we'll try to white balance our blue. So as you can see, with a hint of temperature, obviously that brings the primary colors back into a line, and then we can assume that is white. Seems pretty straightforward. So back to the camera. Switch the white balance method to Kelvins. Using the small HD focus, I've enabled the waveform monitor and switched it to Parade. If you have a mixed lighting room, try zooming into something you think should be white if you can, or choose a wall or something that's close enough. And now we try to line up the red and blue again like we did in Premiere. So once you have that done, and if your camera lets you, like I have on the A7 III, we'll adjust the middle part, the green versus magenta, so that lines up also. Usually I don't worry too much about that one. I don't like to push it, say, past -1 or 1. Okay, now that will give a true white balance. But if you want to put some real ambient color back in there, which is what I prefer to do, then we'll dial it back into taste. Usually like 1 or 2 clicks back. And that's all there is to it. Okay, cheers guys, thanks for watching.